Hi everyone, I'm here today with a highlighter dupe video. I posted it on Snapchat last week that I was kind of going through my highlighters and trying to figure out some dupes for maybe some really great limited edition highlighters and also drugstore dupes for other high-end highlighters. So I have a couple highlighters that I found drugstore for a high-end highlighter, and also maybe a couple other high-end highlighters for some limited edition ones. So if you missed out on the limited edition highlighter, there are some alternatives here for you. They may not be drugstore, but they're very similar, and not all of these are 100% spot-on dupes. They are just basically alternatives to other highlighters, high-end highlighters, limited edition highlighters, where you could get a very similar effect. Honestly, when you are doing finger swatches of a highlighter, it's going on significantly more pigmented and bold than it looks on your cheekbones. So keep that in mind when you do see these, because the way that they are swatched is not how they're going to apply or look on your cheekbones, because you're not going to take a thick, heavy swatch of highlighter and put it on your cheekbone, right? So they're going to be blended out, and when they blend out, they're a little bit more softer and they're not as bold. So I'm going to share with you a few that I found. Now again, I'm going to say this 1,000 times because I don't want to see it in the comments. Not all of them are 100% spot on dupes. They're just very similar, or they are an alternative to saving a bunch of money or maybe getting your hands on a product similar to a limited edition one. Honestly, when they're on your cheeks, I don't think you're gonna notice a difference. So if you want to see some of these dupes, then just stay tuned. First dupe we're going to talk about is Laura Geller Ballerina. This is a gorgeous, kind of pinky beige highlight. The dupe I found for it is the Maybelline Nude Highlighter. They're very, very similar. Both have a really pretty pinky beige tone to it. This is the Laura Geller Ballerina, and that is the Maybelline Nude. So they're very, very similar. You probably would not notice a difference if you put these on your cheekbones. So if you were wanting to get the Laura Geller Ballerina, you want to save some money, go ahead and pick up the Nude from Maybelline, and I absolutely love that highlighter. It goes on so beautiful. All right, this next, I actually have quite a few. These are all kind of dupes for each other. Now, this is the Dior Glowing Pink. It is obviously a very expensive highlighter, and I have a few dupes for it. Now, they're not drugstore, but they are fairly less expensive. So we have Dior Glowing Pink. A dupe for it is actually the Makeup Forever Pro Fusion in the shade 01. We also have Lorac Moonlight, and we have Charming Pink from Laura Geller. All of these are dupes for each other, and I will show you the swatches. So the first swatch we have, this one is the Dior Glowing Pink. Next we have the Pro Fusion in 01. Next we have Moonlight from Lorac, and then we have Charming Pink from Laura Geller. So all of these would be very similar. You could pass on the expensive Dior one, and any of these are significantly less expensive, close to half the price of the Dior one. So that is dupe number 2. Next is a dupe for Becca's Opal. This is a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. Now, the 2 drugstore dupes that I actually came up with that are very similar is Beige Pearl from Physicians Formula and the Revolution Shimmer Brick in Radiant. All right, here we have the swatches here. This is very much a beigey, flesh-toned highlight, so they're a little bit harder to see. Right here we have the Physicians Formula in Beige Pearl. We have Opal in the middle. And right here we have the Revolution Shimmer Brick in Radiant. Now the nice thing about this Shimmer Brick is you can get many different looks with it. You can swatch the lighter half and get a brighter, lighter highlight. You can swirl it all together and get a mid-tone beige, which is very similar to Opal. Or you can stay to the darker shades and get a little bit more of a bronzy tone. So Becca's Moonstone. This one is beautiful if you have fair skin. I mean, I even use it when I'm tan, but it's an absolutely beautiful light pearl highlight. The dupe that I have for it is the new e.l.f. HD Highlighting Powder in Starlight Glow. This is Starlight Glow, and this is Moonstone. Now, when you blend them out onto your cheekbones, they look very, very similar. You don't notice as much of a difference. Sometimes doing the heavy swatches, there is a bigger difference than when it is spread out on your cheekbones. Next one is for Estee Lauder Heat Wave. This was a limited edition, very coveted highlighter. It's absolutely stunning. Now, my dupe is not a drugstore, but it is a dupe if you missed out on this highlight and you are wanting a very similar look. If you missed out on Heat Wave, the dupe for it would be Champagne Pop by Becca. This will get you a very similar look. The price point, this is a more pricey highlighter, but if you missed out on Heat Wave, this is a good alternative. Are the swatches. This one is Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop, and this is Estee Lauder Heat Wave. And when you see blended out, they're very, very similar. The next is for the Burberry White Highlighter. This one is so beautiful, especially if you are fair skinned. And the dupe that I found is ColourPop's Fanny Pack, which is a really beautiful kind of icy white highlighter. The swatches. This one is the ColourPop, and this one is the white highlighter from Burberry. And you can see if you blend this out and you blend this one out, they look pretty darn similar, and you're not going to notice a difference on your cheeks. So if you don't want to spend the money on the Burberry one, you can get Fanny Pack from ColourPop, and it really is going to be a very, very similar look. They may not be 100% straight on dupes, but they are close enough, and when you put them on your cheekbones, you won't be able to tell a difference. All right, guys, so those are a few of my dupes or alternative highlighters. I would love to know what some of your dupe or alternative highlighters are. If you have some great recommendations, they're great for me and they're great for everybody else in the comments to read. So leave them down in the comments. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell. I swear every video I watch now, everyone mentions hitting the bell. So I'm sorry if you're tired of hearing it, but it's true. People keep getting unsubscribed. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.